Hi, everyone, and welcome to the 10 Minutes Now podcast. I am your host, Paola Barcasen, a technology professional based in Singapore. Join me on a series of positive and impactful talks with amazing people around the world, from diverse professional and personal backgrounds. We will learn about their work and personal journeys while having fun along the way. Let's be real. We all need some positive stories right now. So let's get started. Hello and welcome to episode 3. I'm your host, Paola Barcasen, and today we'll be talking to Emem Adjah, an advisor, mentor, coach, and author based in Miami. She's currently the yield lead at Spotify and has worked in top finance and tech organizations. She also hosts the Miss Petty and Professional podcast, which I highly recommend. I will share the details on this episode's description. Today, we'll be talking about her career, positive experiences in the workplace, her upcoming book, and also navigating the job hunting process. This is 10 Minutes Now, so let's get started. Hola, Miami. Thanks, Emem, for being with us today. How are you?
I am fabulous. Happy Sunday. Well, happy Monday for you over there. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. For our listeners, it's evening in Miami and morning in Singapore. So I appreciate Emem for joining. I have so many things I'd like to cover today, but I have no idea how we'll stick to the 10-minute format. So I'm pretty sure we're going to basically need 2 different parts or episodes. So let's go straight into things and help our listeners get to know you better. Let's start with young Emem. What were you interested in when you were growing up? I mean, were you always interested in data and analytics?
No, I was interested in wandering, basically. I would say younger Emem was soccer. Then I injured myself. I had a really bad knee injury playing soccer. And then I leaned a bit into wandering. And I was like, I don't know what I want to do. But I was always just known for wandering. So I was like, let me just explore a bit more. But soccer has been my first love.
Oh, wow. And did you get to practice at all? I mean, before you had the injury?
I was my brother's mini-me, and he played soccer. So I was on a club team, and I would travel, and I was really good at soccer. I always look back and see where I am like now versus that moment. And of course, when you don't know what you want to do, you're just like, oh, what would my life have been if I was a soccer player? Because I wanted to go to college, and in my head, I was thinking I was going to be a U.S. Olympian. But I mean, I was good, but not that good. But now I think it was like the universe saying, no, you're not meant to be doing that.
And in a way, it's actually good that you think about it that way. You're not moaning, oh, I'm sad, it never happened, I'm depressed. So this is exactly what I want to talk about. So a lot of people, I'm going to share actually your website and your podcast, and people can look you up and see your professional path. What I want to share now with our listeners is basically positivity. And the first thing that I want to talk about is a quote that really got to me from you that says, I love to help people find joy in their jobs through unapologetic authenticity. And this is something very close to me, as I think happiness in the workplace is paramount. So why are you so interested in this subject about basically making sure people have the right tools to not only go through interview process, but also be happy at work? Tell us a bit more about that.
Yeah, I've been just like yourself. We're professionals. We spend the majority of our lives in our jobs. And I don't think there's, of course, job happiness. People think about it and they like that, but everyone has a case of the Mondays. You don't want to walk in hating your job. And I remember being in a situation where I was so depressed. I was making great money, but I remember waking up at 4 a.m. I called one of my friends, Dan, and crying and having a panic attack. And I was just like, I can't go into work. Like, I can't do this anymore. And it was in that moment that I, of course you hear like money's not everything and everything like that. But I felt like I was in the Hollywood of jobs, where everyone in Hollywood, you grow up and you want to be on TV. But there's a reason why there's such a drug high drug addiction and high drug rate in Hollywood. Yeah. And so it was after that experience sort of solidified me wanting to really spread and actually speak about that experience and really help others. I think you go through pain and it tells a story.
I totally get it. Everything you mentioned earlier is actually super important when it comes to mental health, as not many people speak out. So thank you so much for sharing with us. So moving on, we obviously have to touch on COVID because it's actually changing everything we do. And in your view, what positive has come out of this situation in terms of how you and your team are working right now?
Oh, that's a great question. I think we're a lot more agile. Just specifically for our team, we've definitely explored different tools and levels of engagement, which I was extremely proud of. I remember when COVID hit, it was just towards the end of March. And we have a rhythm, what I mean by rhythm, like a cadence in which we will meet. You might have a weekly meeting and quarterly. And normally we meet in person, it's 4 hours and we're whiteboarding and, we're engaging. But then we got the announcement saying we're going to have to work remote till indefinitely. So we're like, wait, how are we going to do a quarterly planning session remotely? And I remember within 24 hours, and this just speaks to like the tooling, like how important tooling and enablement is very important for an organization. And we discovered this tool called Mural, and I've used it personally on my.
I love it. It's so easy to use, definitely.
Right. And that was a lifesaver for our team. And we're able to engage on this new tool. It was just so well done. And everyone was engaged and we're still able to even be more productive given the circumstances. So if anything, it was just, again, a highlight to my team. A lot of those things just makes me proud when we're able to sort of deal with hardship. I'm like, okay, we just have to switch course and still be productive. And we were able to do it. So I think that's one of the positives that has come out of this is just recognizing and seeing how agile we could be and seeing the tools that are available.
So that was a great chat. This is what we're going to do. We'll continue our chat on episode 4. So thank you, Emem, for your time today. So many great insights. It was great chatting with you and hope our listeners enjoyed this as much as I did. You can follow Emem's podcast, which I'll share in the description. She's a great storyteller. Thank you so much, and we'll talk on the next episode. Have a great evening.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining us on episode 3. I was really looking forward to my chat with Emem as her energy is absolutely infectious. Join us on our next episode, where Emem and I will discuss the remarkable initiatives she's involved outside work. You'll definitely want to tune in. This is Paola Barcaza from 10 Minutes Now. Let's stay positive.